Croatian government has reacted to the US State Department's annual human rights report on Croatia for 2016, in which it notes that social discrimination, corruption, violence against ethnic minorities and violence against women and children were Croatia's biggest problems last year. In its statement, the government says that there are many areas in which the State Department's assessments are positive, and that those areas which are deemed as problematic were also highlighted in earlier reports. The opposition and SDP leader Davor Bernardic has responded to the US State Department's report by warning that social intolerance in Croatia is continuing to grow. In his statement, Bernardic accuses the government and Croatia's president for their apparent indifference to the problems highlighted in the report, as well as criticizing them for their failure to properly tackle further incidents of violence and political extremism that have occurred in the first 2 months of 2017. Speaking on Croatian television, the People's Ombudswoman, Lora Vidovic, has said that the US State Department's report is partially based on her findings. She warned that there were many other problems, highlighting the issue of poverty, which she said was acute for Croatia's elderly and especially those in rural areas. According to the regular monthly opinion poll carried out by the Promocija Plus agency, if parliamentary elections were held at the beginning of March, the HDZ would receive 32.8% of the vote, while the SDP would receive 21.6%. In third place would be Most with 8%, while Živi Zid would be fourth with 7.7%. Prime Minister Andrej Plenković is considered the most positive politician in Croatia with 22.4% support, while no one in particular is second with 13.4%. In third place is President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović with 9.8%, and HNS MP Anka Mrak-Taritaš is fourth with 9.4%. Only 5.2% of respondents chose opposition and SDP leader Davor Bernardic. When it comes to who is considered to be the most negative politician, then Zoran Milanović is in first place, followed by Tomislav Karamarko and then President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović. The Bosnian Serb entity president Milorad Dodik has again dismissed the possibility of constructing a gas pipeline from Croatia to the refinery in Bosanski Brod. He says that the Republika Srpska only wants to be connected with Serbia's gas pipeline system, through which Russian gas can be delivered. Dodik said that while he was in Moscow, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov had told him about this Croatian proposal to reduce the amount of air pollution in Slavonski Brod, and that he had responded by saying that the real reason Croatia wanted this connection was speculative. This year's awards were handed out last night at the Zagreb Docs International Documentary Film Festival. The award for Best Film in the international competition went to the Georgian-German co-production The Dazzling Light of Sunset by Salome Yashi. The focus of this film is on a local television station in a small Georgian town. Sport, and on the second day of the European Indoor Athletics Championships in the Serbian capital Belgrade, Croatian Stipe Žunić narrowly missed a medal in the men's shot put. He was in third place with a throw of 21 metres and 4 centimetres for most of the contest, only to end up in fifth place. Croatia's Ana Šimić took seventh place in the women's high jump, clearing a height of 189 centimetres. This afternoon's forecast calls for moderately to heavily overcast weather. There'll be occasional rain with heavier downpours and thunderstorms on the coast and especially in Dalmatia. There'll be a southwesterly wind on the coast which will be strong to very strong on the southern Adriatic. On the central Adriatic there'll be a passing northeasterly bura and northwesterly wind. Highest daily temperatures will be between 10 and 15 degrees Celsius, between 6 and 10 degrees in the mountains. The first part of next week will be very changeable with occasional rain and thunderstorms in places. There'll be snow in the mountains, especially on Tuesday in Gorski Kotar and Lika. Tuesday and Wednesday will be relatively windy with a northerly and northeasterly wind. On the coast, the beginning of the week will see occasional rain, rain showers and thunderstorms. There'll be heavier downpours in places. On Tuesday, there'll be a strong to gale force northeasterly bura wind, causing all precipitation to stop on Wednesday morning, after which there should be sunnier weather in most regions.